Complete Real Estate Group.
And I am Crystal with Alan Samuels, Chrysler.G brand of Hutchinson.
We are here because last year we hosted an amazing event.
Girls Defending Smallville.
It's a fundraiser for BrightHouse, which is a local nonprofit that helps end domestic violence. And we had a lot of fun over at Alan Samuels.
We did. So for those of you that were there, we were all packed into our service department, and there was probably 60 women there, and the police department was showing us different moves and everything, and it was like hot yoga, but it was fun, and we were all crammed in there, and you know what that means this year.
I know. We were not able to host the event. We had so many people want us to continue it and do it again, but we knew we had to be safe. So,
yeah.
In spirit of the event, BrightHouse needs our support more than ever.
Yes, they have more domestic violence cases this year than they ever have before. So, which makes sense because everybody's in quarantine or home, and so it's really become very important for us to be aware of that and to help our fellow men and women.
Exactly. We had so many people volunteer to sponsor our shirt, and then Spread the Love Hutch, which is a wonderful organization that really has been just kind of giving that great positivity vibes all over town. They designed the logo for our shirt. Alan Samuels gave us these cool bracelets, and then every shirt came with a mask because you know it is 2020.
It is 2020.
You need to have your mask.
Yeah.
So we were able to raise this virtual event $1,300 for BrightHouse. So we are super excited. We are happy that we could find a way to get this event done,
regardless of whether we can do it in person or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So please enjoy this little fun fact video about BrightHouse and what they do and why they are such a wonderful asset to our community. And we'll see you next year.
Next year, 2021.
Crammed in the service
Crammed.
department.
We're going to be somewhere. It might be outside.
So thank you guys.
My name is Caitlin. I work at BrightHouse here in Hutchinson as the administrative assistant. I do a little bit of everything on the advocacy and the administrative sides.
So can you tell us what BrightHouse is?
BrightHouse is a nonprofit organization that serves victims and survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and stalking. We serve Harper County, Kingman County, Rice County, and Reno County. And our services are free, voluntary, and confidential.
How has the current pandemic affected domestic violence?
When stay-at-home orders started to be in place, we actually saw a lot less calls and people weren't coming to see us. It was just not safe for them to reach out. However, once stay-at-home orders lifted, we saw a huge uptick in people needing our services. Local law enforcement have also seen a huge uptick in the severity of the domestic violence cases that they are working as well.
Who does BrightHouse serve?
BrightHouse serves anyone in our community who's been affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, or stalking, men, women, children, anyone. And we're also here for the families and friends of those who have been affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and stalking.
Speaking of family and friends, how can a friend or family member help a person involved in domestic violence?
We know it can be super tough watching someone go through domestic violence. So please know our advocates are here for those friends and family as well. Maybe you're not sure how to approach it. Come talk to our advocates. They'll kind of help you navigate the situation and maybe even safety plan for yourself. One good thing, just check in on your friends and family. See how they're doing. They might not tell you exactly what's going on, but for those who are super close, you'll be able to tell if something's a little off. One thing you can do with the pandemic and all this extra stress is create like a code word. So if things get extra bad, they can send that code word to you. You can call the police or whoever they might need and hopefully get them some help.
What are signs of domestic abuse?
Some different signs, or as we like to call them, red flags of domestic abuse, are when their partner puts them down or belittles them in front of other people. They might also be super worried about making their partner angry. They might make excuses for their partner's behavior. Say they're acting really angry or erratic. They might say, no, it's okay, don't worry about it, to try to divert attention. Their partner might be making them from making their own decisions. Keep track of things like that. They might stop spending as much time with family and friends. That's another thing that might tip you off. And then there's always unexplained marks and injuries, which they may be unwilling to talk about further, but it's entirely possible that that's where it came from.
What happens when the victim is ready to leave?
When someone's ready to leave, typically we hope that they'll reach out to us first so we can help them safety plan. This might mean getting all their important documents together, thinking of some times that might be safe to leave, and preparing them to move forward into our shelter, or taking them a bus or train or plane somewhere else. So we hope they come to us first, but not everybody does, unfortunately. So if somebody sees the opportunity and they take it to leave, we're here to pick up the pieces of their life. That might mean replacing some of those documents that their abuser has maybe held on to. We're just here to empower them every single step of the way and help them find whatever resources they might need. We also have the Children's Visitation and Exchange Center. So we have 3 rooms within our offices that parents are able to visit their children in a safe, observed environment. This is for situations where maybe the parent isn't allowed to see their child without some supervision. And so we work kind of with the courts and the judges to make sure we have a safe environment for that to happen. We are also able to do monitored exchanges, so maybe the parents aren't allowed to see each other for whatever reason. Then they can exchange their children through our services, where we have security staff as well as observers to make sure everything goes smoothly and safely.
What are ways for the community to help BrightHouse?
This community has been so supportive of BrightHouse, and we are so grateful for that. The main thing we need from our community is to acknowledge that yes, domestic violence does happen right here in our community, to people we know even. So we just want people to be willing to spread that, to help others understand that it is happening and it's not something to keep quiet about. We have a lot of different material, like posters and brochures, that businesses are more than welcome to ask us for, so they can put them up and hand them out to people that come in. We also, our advocates, have plenty of times gone out to local schools or different community groups to talk about BrightHouse and domestic violence. So that's another way. And then we're always welcome to donations. These can be monetary or item donations. We just ask you call ahead if you're wanting to donate items so we can make sure it's things that we can use.
Is there a hotline if someone needs to get a hold of you, and is that 24/7, or how does that work?
BrightHouse has a 24/7 hotline. That number is 620-663-2522. That number is always monitored. Our shelter staff are awesome. They answer that phone at all hours of the day and night. So in the evenings and anytime our office is closed, we also have an on-call advocate if that's needed, that our shelter staff can get involved in those situations.
Okay.
BrightHouse has an office here in Hutchinson at 125 West 2nd, Suite B, as in boy, and we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. And again, this is Caitlin with BrightHouse. We are here for you. Don't hesitate to give us a call or come in. We're so grateful to the sponsors of this, Elite, Alan Samuels, and Spread the Love Hutch, for all that they have done for us this year and in past years, and we hope you'll participate.